If you're wondering how the market compares to this time last year, here's the real data for you. Looking at January 2025 versus January of 2026 across Hampton Roads, inventory is up about 3%. That means we have slightly more homes for sale, but nothing close to an oversupply. Seller activity is basically flatlined to start the year. New listings are only up about 2% year over year. Where the real shift shows up is on the buyer side. New pending contracts are up almost 10%, double digits, compared to last January. And that tells me buyer demand is stronger going into 2026 than it was a year ago. At the same time, failed listings, homes that left the market unsold, are down nearly 12%. So fewer sellers are giving up or pulling their homes off of the market. Price reductions are also down about 10%, which means sellers are pricing their homes more realistically from the start. Homes are taking about 20% longer to sell here in 2026, but we're still sitting around 60 days on average or less to get a home sold, which is a very balanced market in all actuality. But the big difference behind all of this is the interest rates. Interest rates are down over a whole percent than they were last January, 7%. Now we're down into the low sixes. New Fed chair coming in May. I think we'll start seeing some interest rates into the mid fives as well. That's very exciting. So we'll see how the spring rolls this year. Now we'll take a look at how February is starting. So far at the beginning, and back in 2025, we had about 3,500 active listings. And this year we're sitting at about the same 3,400, give or take. That's actually maybe 1-2% lower in inventory year over year. New pending contracts at the start of February 2025 was around 376 for the week. And this year we're already at about 450. That's roughly 15 to 16% increase in buyer activity. So if you're a seller, don't miss the window. Maybe we should talk about getting your home on the market to take advantage of all of the demand that we're seeing. Double-digit demand to start the year. So the biggest takeaway is this: we do not have a crazy hot market, but we don't have a weak market either. We have a healthier, more stable, more professional market than we had a year ago, which means if you're buying, you still have leverage. And if you're selling, this is a much better window than 2025 started out. I'm John King with Berkshire Hathaway RW Town Realty. And if you want a personalized breakdown of your neighborhood, your home, reach out to me anytime. This could be a really good window of opportunity if you're looking to get your home sold. The best time is, of course, when you're ready to get a home sold. But when we look at this, the next best time is when demand outpaces supply. And we're seeing that with 15% increase in buyer activity. You can get me anytime, 757-270-3994. I'll see you all around town.